Hi! So this is my first video in 2020. So first of all, well, Happy New Year everyone, and especially happy crafting for this year. Anyways, for today's video, I wanted to use maps that I found. I found these maps of Brussels, and they're pretty old. There's not really a date written on here, but these are pretty old. Sort of like, vintage style-ish maps. Got another one here. So this is the map of Brussels. And it's pretty cool, and I really wanted to make something with it. And as a first project, this is going to be coasters, obviously, because I don't know why, but I have a thing for coasters. They're just small, easy to make, fast, and they're useful. Like, let's face it, like everybody has at least a couple of coasters at home, so and since they're like flat, you have a good surface to work on. So this is about it. So I'm going to cut out parts of the map that I like. I'm going to put these on coasters and coat them in resin. And so here we are. These coasters are from Action, a kind of dollar store here in Europe. They were pretty cheap and already have those little pads at the bottom. So basically I only have to do the decoration. Now first I'm going to sand these to get rid of the coating and a bit of the pattern, so it won't be visible once I put the pieces of map on them. And I'm not getting totally rid of the pattern, hoping that the map paper is thick enough. And then I'm just wiping the coasters from the rest of the dust from the sanding. So this is the first map, but it looks a bit too grey and squarey, so I don't know, I'm not convinced. And I think I'm going to use this other one. It has more colors and it just looks prettier. So what I'm going to do is take my circle cutter, measure the diameter of my coaster, and then pick out the area that I like and cut it out. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my spray glue, apply it on one of the coasters, and then add one of the pieces of map. Now, it's not really visible on camera, but that's just not gonna work. The pattern from that coaster is bleeding through the map, so that's not okay. I'm going to take it off and I'm going to apply a little layer of titanium white on every coaster so I can hide the rest of that pattern that's still there. And also, if with a brighter white background, the design, the roads on those little maps are going to be more visible, at least that's what I hope. Okay, so that looks way better, but before continuing, I'm removing my cutting board so I can keep painting on my little silicone mat. Now everything is dry, so I'm going to apply my resin. The resin I'm using is a Resin Pro Transparent. I'm going to link the product in the description box. So what I'm doing is first mixing it. It's recommended to mix the resin for at least 3 minutes. And then I'm going to pop out the bubbles by shaking the cup a little bit and torching them out. So I'm going to add a little layer of resin on top of each coaster. The idea is to try and let it go. So it's not going to be easy, but the idea is to not add too much resin. Otherwise it will start just flowing down and it's going to be a mess. And after applying the resin, I pop out the bubbles with the torch. Hey, so impressions. I already said in another video that I'm using this new resin from Resin Pro. And again, every time I make something where I need a nice little shiny surface, it's not working. There's always like this little skin, this little film like creating on top of it that really damages the end result. Now, the only way for me to get rid of this little film on top of it is by torching the surface. But by doing that, I'm releasing fumes, and then I end up breathing these fumes, and that's really not the purpose of this. I don't know, this never happened to me. I've always used the resin from polyestershop.nl, I think it is. And I've never had these problems, whatever I did with the resin. While with this one, I'm having it like every time. So, I don't know. I don't think I feel like advising this resin to any of you guys. I can still go around it. Maybe I can polish it, or I can varnish it, or just leave it like that. I mean, if I have to give this to someone, I obviously can't give this like that. But besides that, the project came out pretty good. They came out really, really cute. So I'm just going to show you real quick. So this is how it's going to be. So the image is very clear. So even if I didn't pre-treat the paper or stuff like that, yeah, maybe it got a little bit more dark, but it's okay, I don't mind it. So yeah, I can definitely reproduce this maybe on smaller scale. You know, like a little pair of earrings or a necklace or something like that. A bit smaller though, because this is, you know, a bit overdoing it. So this was a project. I hope you liked it, and see you into the next video.